I think it's going to be quite nasty there. That's probably the toughest bit, I think, in terms of splits and stuff like that. I think on the climbs at the end, yes, it's going to split, obviously, and you'll see the strongest riders go to the front. But I think that the group will already be a bit reduced by then. But yeah, I think you will probably see a few gaps there. So be careful. And if you've got nothing left and you want to just empty the tank, it's worse ideas than just trying to get some points there and then dropping back if you're in the front. So plenty of ideas, plenty of tactics. But again, just do what you can. There's no real pressure, especially in Joe today, I don't think.
I was just thinking, if you're not getting foul, it might almost be worth having a proper rest between the aqueduct and the parve. And then going balls out for a sprint.
Yeah. There's
definitely people, like you say, will be being dragged by a group and not recovering.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of it will depend on the dynamic of what's going on around you, and you'll be kind of dependent on what others are doing. But if the opportunity presents itself, definitely take it. Okay, Chance's division.
Great. Well, nick off to joke.
Good all luck, right, cheers, Silas.
Cool. Cheers, cheers, guys. Good luck. Sounds good.
I think, looking at the power profiles, that you've got the one good sprinter guy who's not really going to be too much of a threat in the end game, but he might be there on the segments. Other than him, Patrick and Dazza are by far the best sprinters. Alvaro's in the top 10, and with all due respect to Alvaro, I'll tell you himself, he's not like sprinting is not his main game. So he's in the top 10. It's not a huge field of top tier sprinters. So I think we can look to exploit that, especially this season with the points. But today, I think you probably want to do something like, if Dazza's not thinking he's going to have the 5-minute power to be there at the end, which is probably going to be in the region of 4.5 to 5.5. I think you're going to need for 5. I would think you're probably the best bet to get for FTS on the 3 sprint segments, especially the first 2. The aqueduct, you'd kill that. And then the sprint straight after it. So I would say you're the best place to do that. And then Patrick, looking at the watts per kilo front, you've got the best 20-minute watts per kilo and probably the best 5 minutes watts per kilo in the race. So I think we kind of need to protect you for the end. But if you're in the front group and it's a reduced front group and you get the opportunity to go for foul, take it, because you are the strongest. So you probably can lean on that a little bit. You probably also save Alvaro for that end push because he's got quite a good 20-minute power and a good kick on him. So I think probably you save Patrick and Alvaro for the end and try and get them to scoop up any foul points in the front group where possible. Dazza goes for FTS on especially the aqueduct and the maybe one of the other 2 sprints if you don't want to do all 3, or if you're thinking you want a breather or something. Yeah, see what you can do. I think, to be honest, you're going to be the best on the aqueduct looking at the power profiles, or the other sprint. So you can probably pick one, whichever you feel more up for, and just go balls to the wall on that. And then it's going to be a case of Chris, Nilok, Stewie, trying to do whatever you think is best or your best chance of getting points, really. Like I think you probably will be there over the front of the climb. If you're pushing, look at, like I was saying before, I think that most of the races I watched earlier, it was a group of like 45-50 over the top. So as long as you're in that top 45-50, I think you'd be okay. And then maybe get in, Nilok, Chris, Stewie to try and get some foul points or some FTS points on those segments as well, with the idea that you may not well be in the top 10 at the end if it's going to be 5 watts per kilo for 5 minutes or thereabouts. What do you guys think?
I think you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. I'm not really sure of what I can do because might not be up to top fitness, but
No, and you'll have to just judge it on the road. You know, we can't. There's no way people can get FTS, FAL on every segment and then score well at the end in this caliber of race because you're racing against good people. So you probably have to pick your spots. So I'd say, you know, maybe Patrick, you think about keeping you and Alvaro for the end, and if you get the opportunity to pick a few foul points, take it, but don't kill yourself to get FTS necessarily. Or if you're feeling really, really shit and you know you're not going to be there at the end, you can always just go for it on one of the sprints or something like that instead.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, we're not asking you to win it. I think you can win it. I'm expecting a good result, but there's no pressure to get one because of the nature of what we're asking you to do. So go out there, do what you can. Have a bit of faith that you guys have got some of the best numbers, especially for this 15-second sprint. You know, Dazza and Patrick are by far and away the best sprinters here. And then for 20-minute power, Patrick's really, you know, at the top of they've got the best 20-minute power in the whole race. And then Alvaro's in the top 10, and he is for sprint as well. So we've got really good options, but don't worry about it. Don't put any pressure on yourselves. And if you don't score well, don't panic. It's the first race this season. What we said before is just do what you can. We're not necessarily thinking we're going to win this season anyway because there's 2 TTTs. So just do what you can and try and have some fun. Don't stress about it. Don't put pressure on yourselves. Just do what you can. Got any questions about course, bike choice, tactics, anything like that?
Well, I'm sat behind Eric Schlange, and he's on an S-Works bench with an ARC 1100.
Eric Schlong.
This scored a non-dispersion.
He's got a disc. He's probably thinking there's a lot of flat, but do you know what? There's a long time on the hills as well. He probably thinks he's not going to be there at the end.
I think if we're going for the win, we have to be very careful in the last sprint, the Marina sprint.
I agree. Completely agree. Because it's literally 1K after, and you're going to be at speed already from the sprint.
Yeah. I don't think anybody that sprints really hard on that sprint will be fighting for the finish. You never know, but
not looking at the power
like very short.
How long do you reckon the last climb will take?
4 or 5 minutes.
Same as the first one, yeah?
Yeah,
That's
exactly the same. Exactly the same climb.
Right.
Just
did it twice.
5 minutes.
Just did it twice. It's on the, for some reason it's on the.
How long's that? About
20 seconds. Sorry, 30 seconds, if that. It's less than 30 seconds. For you, it's 27 seconds on the sprint series, maybe even less. So maybe it's not going to be that fast today, but it's not going to be much slower.
All right.
So it's basically, this is basically Douce France from the sprint series when we do Douce France, but there's only 3 sprints. So usually when we do it, you've got 3 sprints in the aqueduct. But this time there's only 3 sprints, but the 2 climbs and it's the 1 climb, but at the start and at the end. But remember, the climb's not scored. So if you don't think you can do particularly well on the climb, I can go all in on the sprints because there's 3 sprints that are scored on FTS and Valve. So they will be a big part of the finish.
Yeah.
It's the same we do every season, guys. We've got the best sprinters. So we'll
like less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, it will be.
So it's a sprint.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, if you want to take your own difficulty down, take your own difficulty down if it helps. Whatever's best.
The first scoring one is aqueduct, isn't it?
Yeah,
right,
9K in it also.
Yeah. 8.8.
8.8, yeah. It'll be kicking off from about 8.1, 8.2, I think.
Very draftable climb as well, that one. Very draftable. And again, I think it will come at the end. I think it will come down to 5-minute power. It really will. But that's the end. Yeah. So we don't have to worry about that till the end, really. And I think just save Patrick and Alvaro as best we can for there. We'll have a good chance.
Someone's gonna do over 5 watts per kilo, I think.
I looked at a load of B1 races in Zwift Power earlier to see what the average winning watts per kilo was for 5 minutes and what the sort of surrounding ones were. And in 1 or 2, it was huge. So in one race, it was 6 watts per kilo to win it for 5 minutes. and in another one it was 4.9, and then everybody in the top 10 did like 4.5. So like, I think it's really just going to depend on the makeup of the teams around us. And looking at the riders around us, we've got a few riders that are doing 4.1 for 20 minutes. Sure, there's nothing we can't do. And like for 5 minutes, we are punchier. So I think it suits us. I really do. Like I wish I was racing this. I think it'd be great. Great little finish. But I think I've got a lot of faith you guys are gonna nail it.
Is the finish climb draftable?
Yeah, very draftable.
Most of it, at least.
Yeah, I would say all of it.
There's a part of it that's actually about 1 to 2% as well.
I just checked fast and saw some 7 and 8, but I don't think that was
in an ideal world. So the very top of the climb, so the last 100 meters, I'm talking, as it goes around the bend to the KOM banner, is downhill. So you probably, unless you're a heavier guy, want to go a little bit earlier than that on your sprint, because the heavier guys will carry a bit more momentum. If you're Patrick and Alvaro, you probably want to launch it from 300 meters to go, because remember, 300 meters to go is probably about 500 meters on the flat, if that makes sense, the equivalent of 500 because it's uphill. So I think probably go there, and you're going to put most of the riders around you to shame. So the thing is, the closer it gets to the finish, almost the better for you guys, because you've got the best punch. So if it's a 5-minute watts per kilo fest, it might suit other riders slightly better. If it's a 5-minute watt per kilo fest and you're all still there in the last minute, then it suits you guys. So you just have to see what's going on around you.
So it's just a question trying to hang on and not do anything stupid like pull away.
And if you're not going for points, I would just try and not kill yourself and just close the wheels. So just again close the gaps as best you can and not get dropped, but don't kill yourself unless you're going for points. You can avoid it.
Jake, I missed the first part of it. Anything specific you want me to do?
Really, Stu, it's going to be, unless you think, how's your 5-minute power looking at the minute?
Not great, but not compared to some of the people in here.
I think it's going to be probably we're going to be needing 4.5 for 5 at the minimum at the end to be in the top 10, probably closer to 5. So if you don't think you're going to be in that sort of range, I'd say that we're going to need some people to get some segment points on the aqueduct and the 2 other sprints. So I'd say get over the top of the climb to start with, and then maybe pick a segment or 2 and try and get some foul points there if you're in the front group. Would be my thinking. But again, it'll depend on how you feel. If you're totally cooked, you can always do a suicide mission and just go, I'm going to be dropped in the next couple of K anyway, I'll just see if I can kill myself here to get some foul. Or if you're thinking, you're feeling good and you want to crack at the 5 minutes at the end, just try and sit in.
Cool.
Everyone got heart rate monitors on?
Yeah.
All right.
You got this, guys.
Let's say I'm not going to sprint in a flat sprint. How should I approach that thing? Like, should I not worry like I'm in the back because they're going to stop after the sprint? Should I try to follow hard? Because it's tricky. I find it pretty tricky sometimes.
you're gonna need to assess it. If the group's 50 riders and 10 riders go off the front at the sprint and there's a split, I wouldn't kill myself to get in that group of 10, because the group of 40 a few seconds back is going to catch you. But if it's a group of 20 on the final sprint and it splits in half, then you absolutely need to be in that group. So you're going to have to kind of use a little bit of judgment there. But I would say if you're not going for the sprint and it's a flat sprint, just close the wheels.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
Are you going now, guys? You're going in a second, are you?
5 seconds.
Get ready. Go.
Are we in Gen Z kit? Are we in Gen Z kit time?
Yeah, Yenzi. Go.
We've got a minute yet, mate.
Oh, Chris said 5 seconds.
No,
you must have missed the 50 on my push to talk. 5 seconds. 35.
Right, okay, I'm just setting up a meetup.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, you got this,
guys.
guys.
Guys, do it.
Go.
You're not cooked till you finish.
Oh, I can't see any other Gen Z.
Go.
All right. Go, fellas.
First one of the season. And just think, I know you don't like this, but you hate TTTs more, so enjoy it.
Rather do a TTT.
Well, I think you're about the only one in this group, if I'm honest.
I'm king of the TTs. Have we racing this Marina Sprint?
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
There's
It,
a point.
it won't go.
There's no
No,
points on this
no, no. You won't go on it. You won't hit it. It's just showing it on the leaderboard. You won't actually go to it. You're going up a climb for 5 minutes. This is going to be. If you get dropped here, it's over. So basically, guys, you're going to have to like. Like I say, I think you're not going to have to. Don't be at the front doing 6 watts of a kilo. But make sure you're in the front 30 riders if you can, just to be extra sure. And I think as long as you're in the front 30 riders here, you'll be absolutely fine.
Hit the steamroller or the aqueduct.
I'm trying to think if it will help. Isn't the aqueduct already? I don't know if it's
steamroller on the pavé.
Pavé. Just save it for the pavé sprint. Okay. I'm trying to think where there was that wasn't tarmac, but yeah, totally missed the cobbled sprint.
Good evening, all. This is Mike.
Mike.
Hey, I don't know whether it's Foster or Andrew, but I think you're in our. Whether you want to join us in our other Discord channel to chat.
Good call, Mike.
Which chat?
It's called Snow Joke.
Snow Joke?
Yeah, I can move you over manually if you want.
Yeah, if you need to move me.
Yeah, I'll move you.
Beautiful.
I'll move you.
Have a good race, guys.
Cheers, Mike. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh, Patrick, get you on.
Thanks. Legs are struggling.
Same here.
Oh, I got eyes on it finally now. I think that'll come back together in a second.
Totally blowing apart at the front.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna. They're not gonna. I expect they'll ease up a little bit because there's just nothing for the next few K. Okay, a few more riders are picking up, joining with you. That's good. Bigger your blob, the better, really.
Things are really slowing down in the front group. Don't panic yet.
Yeah, you'll get a chance to get on here, I think, guys. When it presents itself, I'd take it, though, immediately.
There's two groups.
Zwift Power's not got any live info either yet, which isn't helpful. I'd like to get a look at Zwift Power to see who is pushing the pace at the front, because on the face of it, no one that was signed up had the ability to push all of you out of the top 20. Very interesting to see who's.
It's not going that hard. Dazza and I have just been front.
I think it will.
Three and a bit.
It will ease, yeah. You guys will probably have to push here. I know you don't want to, but you're probably.
Now there is one.
Put little dicks in at the front.
Yeah.
Now there's one guy like pushing 4.55.
Because the aqueduct's coming up in about K.5, guys.
Yeah.
So potentially,
I'll get bigger at that point.
yeah, exactly. If the group's reduced, so potentially think about giving it a Hail Mary on the old aqueduct. Maybe pick up some FTS points if you can't get on. Okay, Dazza, Alvaro looking good. Stewie looking good. That 3.4 watts per kilo, guys, in the front group. How hard was it on the first 5 minutes? He's there. I don't understand. This is weird. I know, but that's what I mean. Is he shouldn't be there? Something's a bit odd.
No.
I think that's him just easing his way to the front now. Even his avatar looks massive.
I mean, he's a power lifter. So I've seen him on Facebook. So he posts on Facebook with Zwift riders. He's a power lifter. So all he does is sprint. But I don't know how he got on over the top of there with the 3.4 watt per kilo. 20 minutes. Zwift Power's got no live information as well. Come on, guys, we're 13 minutes into the race. Okay, front group aqueduct coming up. There you go. Hit it if you're hitting it. Go on, Dazza. This is all yours every day of the week. Come on, Alvaro. Go on, you're gaining. You're gaining. Come on, guys, you're getting in the front 10. You're picking up a shitload of points here. Go on, boys. Come on. There's 3 of you. Come on, Stewie. Yes, come on, come on. Go on, Dazza, you absolute animal. Animal.
Oh, Patrick.
Beautiful. Right, Dazza got second foul there. Alvaro and Stewie are in the top 6 or 7 as well, and must have picked up some FTS points. Unfortunately, I haven't got any visibility of the leaderboard, but that looked real good.
Darren third.
You might get your chance to get back on here, guys, and if not, you're not getting back on. So everything you got if you're in the behind group.
I'm screwed.
I think Patrick's moved up.
No.
It's all right, Patrick, you're not going to catch from there, so I'd probably just ease up, mate, take a bit of a breather, find a group behind you and think about some of the...
Blob at 26. 15 seconds back from you, Patrick. Blob at 26.
And maybe either go for this sprint, or if you're knackered from that effort, take it easy and go for the next one. Because you've got the best sprint, so you will still get FTS points if you time it right.
Nine seconds to go. Patrick, we're going 58.
Yeah, you're going to have to spin up a bit here.
We're going 54. And we're right behind you. 53.
Okay, Colin, you're looking good. Stick in that group.
That is coming.
People that are trying to go for FTS, they're doing 10 watts per kilo on the cobbles after the sprint started. You are burning your energy. What are you doing?
That was me.
No, tell us. At least you guys near the front.
Go if you can.
Okay, looking really good.
Darren, nothing.
Stewie, Alvaro. It's okay. Just try and get in the group and just recover, Patrick, as best you can. Don't worry about anything else. Just worry about sitting in the back of that group, covering. And you just learned then on the aqueduct, you guys have got the best sprint, really. At least to be competitive.
I've got 10 FPS for the Pavo.
Stewie, I just looked at your avatar.
Just happy to be racing, my friend.
Oh dear.
Love this man.
That's funny. That cracks me up.
Everyone else looks so serious.
That's it. Nice and easy. Good. Looking at the power there. 2.4 for Dazza, 2.7 for Stewie. I approve. Right, there's Matt Meanwell guys back there with Colin now, so maybe he isn't superhuman after all. He has finally been dropped. Yeah, he's finally been dropped.
Colin is superhuman. Don't you tell him otherwise.
I'm not surprised Colin's here. I was surprised that Matt Meanwell guy was somehow still in the front group, but he's no longer in the front group, and I suspect he's going to go downhill pretty quick from here on out. He must have got dropped at that sprint. He must have gone all in on the sprint and then dropped back.
Patrick, how are you doing?
Not good.
Are you in the Blabber 31?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you.
You've got a good 15k to try and recover, and then really go as hard as you can on the sprint. And I wouldn't really worry too much about getting finish points, because I think you're going to maybe you ship a couple of points if you lose 10, 15 places tops. But see how you feel. Oh, Exert gave me. What did I get? Did I just get a close breakthrough, whatever, near breakthrough? Fuck you, Exert. I hate it when
you get an Exert points for us riding.
Say again?
You get an
Exert riding
for us riding.
Yeah, well, if only. If only. No, I did a 1 minute max on the herd ride. There were no on the herd ride, no yellow or red beacons.
Team captain discount.
Well, don't get me wrong, I'm still pushing myself. I did a new 1 minute PB power, 602 watts for 1 minute, which is 9.7 watts per kilo on the Buffalo bike. And Zert thinks that's enough for a near breakthrough. Fuck you, Zert. But it's not anywhere near as hard as you guys are working. I only had 1 minute of pain. You guys are doing the whole race. So I'm living vicariously through you. But it was funny. No red or yellow beacon turned up to the herd ride. There's going to be carnage on the Facebook page. Frosty Steve was not happy.
I have a problem. My heart rate monitor's not working.
Okay, well, it is what it is. You just have to finish.
It is working, but it's just stuck at 97 and not 107.
Okay, well, hopefully nobody will call us out on it. If it's giving a reading, it's giving a reading. As long as you're not at the front of the race winning everything, I think we'll be okay.
Give it a lick.
But if it gets
give it a lick and stick it back on.
The important thing is it's giving a reading. Nowhere in the rules does it say your heart rate needs to be X, Y, or Z. It says you need to have a heart rate monitor on and it needs to be providing a reading, which it is. Don't worry, we got Dorothy Davis on retainer. Our Canadian lawyer. Yeah. No, I'd have him for that because all it says is it's got to give a reading, and it is giving a reading. But worst comes to worst, all they'll do is halve your points.
Second group's getting back on.
22k, your next.
Yeah, guys, it looks like you might get on here if you want. Colin's group is anyway.
Yeah, they're really pushing hard now.
No, look at that group. It's a 2 second gap. That's the smallest it's been the whole time. Look, you're gonna You're going to catch. Just let this group around you work. You know, it's easy when people are making small talk in the chat, or at least like the pace has gone out of it. Not easy, but you know what I mean. Everybody's recovering, thinking about the next segment. Yeah, perfect. Really, this is. Go on, Cole. You're all good. There's no, the front group's probably not going to have much incentive to push here. But the smaller this group gets, Cole, the worse it's going to be. The bigger that gap's going to get. If you've got anything, try and get on here. Leave these losers behind. They've worked for you. You're all good. You're carrying it. You're so close to being on. And then when you're on, it's going to be 2.5 in the blob. Big effort here. You're going to get caught in no man's land. The guys behind you aren't going to be able to help. Go on, Cole. That's it.
Carry it into this little rise if you can, Cole.
Yeah, go on. The group's coming together. You're good. Don't lose the wheel here. Let them work for you. Well done, Colin. Very good. Very good. Recovery now. You're in.
Lägg reflekten rakt. Längs med den gul, samma rätt linje. Mer. Lite mer. Det, tack.
Good time to get some fluids in.
It's probably just going to be pretty tame now from now on till the next sprint, guys. So just cover, do as little work as you can.
When's the sprint?
It is
21.8.
Thank you, mate.
And you're still on course to be under 40 minutes as well, guys. Oh, Patrick and Co just passing me on the side of the road where I am on my meetup. On my screen, I'm cycling on the other side of the road. It shows me. It's quite funny. So you guys just whooshed past me. And just think, guys, if you win, you'll be in Eric Schlong's How the Race Was Lost Zwift Insider article he does every week. Because that's what they're, if you read Zwift Insider or you know about that series, it's this team in this division that they do that series on. So you'll be, you know, eternalized on the Zwift Insider website if you do well. think that's not glory. I don't know what is.
Had to be this day.
Well, there'll be more weeks. Plenty more weeks. Plenty more weeks to do well. You can't win every week.
It rain all the time.
And have a think about if you're in the front group, if you're going to go in on the sprint or if you're going to save it for trying to finish as high as you can, whatever you think is best.
Is it sprint then finishing climb?
Yeah, so it's about the sprints like straight after the climb. The climb straight after the sprint, basically. And then it's a summit finish. It finishes at the top. Finishes at the top of the climb.
Night, Tom.
How long's the sprint?
It's Marina, isn't it? So 20?
340 meters.
21.8. Sprint is 300 meters, 330.
Yeah. 20
the climb
seconds.
comes right after.
Yeah.
Coming back together.
Is it on cobbles?
No. Is it? I don't think so. No. I think there's only one cobble one, and we've done it. You get
has everyone just caught?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Did we regroup?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Patrick's
Nice.
back. Chris is back.
Let's go.
Everything that's happened till now, Patrick and Chris, means nothing. You're here. You're in the group. Everything up until this point, yeah, irrelevant. 1.4K to the sprint.
I think I will have to do all out on the sprint and see if I can get to the finish.
Okay. You know this sprint well?
Not yet.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
One going early.
That's ambitiously early, that is. Gonna get swallowed.
Who's using that? Oh, no.
Not the bridge. Not the bridge. It's
Not the
after
bridge.
the bridge. Coming up now.
Come on, guys. For some of you, this can be the finish line. You got to go all in.
Sprint now.
Yeah, go now, go now. Go on, Stewie.
Go on, Patrick. Go, go, go.
Go on, boys. Come on, boys, you got this. Look at this. This is a snow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, this is insane.
I'm fucked.
Keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing.
Oh God.
Come on,
That's too
Stewie,
early.
come on. You're going to grab points here.
Go, boys, go, boys.
Excellent, Dazza.
Fuck.
Patrick, Stewie, well done.
Too early.
There.
Shit.
Well done, boys.
You all got points
I
there.
went too early.
You try and recover and catch the groove here if you can as it comes past. There's a lot of draft now. Good work, everyone. Great effort.
Oops.
Fucked. Absolutely empty.
Yeah, that's good. No, you've done
Sorry.
well. You've done well.
No, it's shit.
Well, it's a tough, very tough course. You have to burn some matches to get on.
Fucking wank.
Anything can happen. Patrick's one of the best racers you'll meet, and he's had he's got caught off the back of his trousers down. It happens. Don't worry about it.
Saving the fucking group.
Okay.
Hey up, Cole, you mate. Gareth's having a bad day as well. Okay, little drops in the front of the car. You're in, beautiful.
Come on, Stu, Alvaro, and Chris. Doing great. Keep going.
Can move up a little bit.
Oh, Varo, go, go, go.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. I just my legs are so fucking empty. Oh, fucking hell.
Right, Chris.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Hey.
Go, Alvaro.
guys.
Come on, Stu, Chris.
Go on, Chris.
You got this. Come on, Alvaro. All out.
Keep going, guys. Push, push, push.
What the fuck?
Ah, jeez. Shit. Helvete saatans.
Great work, Carl. God, Daz, I'm nearly there, mate. Great effort today. Loads of points.
I don't know what happened there. I thought I was in around 20th. It's come up as 40th on the result.
That might be including the A riders.
20th, Stewie. Stewie, you're 20th.
It was for me.
Yeah, well done.
I think that included the A riders.
Yeah, it was the A. Oh, sorry, that was shit. I shouldn't have went for the sprint. Can you? Yeah.
Guys, tough on the pace. Looked brutal today.
Anyone
Not far
still
behind.
because I can't look up at the moment.
Not far behind. I wouldn't even bring my fucking rider up. Not
I
far
will
behind.
let you know as soon as Swift Power
It goes about
starts working.
30 or something. Still can't bring me head up yet.
Still no live data in Swift Power, which is really frustrating when you're trying
Well
to
done,
do
lads.
Super work on those sprints, guys.
Well done.
Yeah, I think you saved the day on the sprints there, guys. To be honest, I think that's going to be enough points for us to do okay. And look, you know, it might not be about winning this season. This is the first time we've been in B1. B1's the toughest, obviously. So it's just about adjusting, getting ourselves used to it, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and if we can pick up some points, great.
It won't go lower than 20. How sad's that?
It makes you feel better. I think Silas and Co have still got a little way to go.
Feel no better for them. Don't care about them. Care people.
All right, Chris is in 44th. I think he's the highest placed. Look there, that looked horrible. Great work there, though, boys. I think that's job done. Got a load of points on the sprints.
Because that last bit of that climb, I literally thought people are slowing down in front of me, and I just thought, knock a gear up and just push as much as I could. And went past a few more, but yeah, I'm only just putting my head up now. That's my second best 5-minute power.
Great work.
3:39 against 3:43 for PB. Only 4 watts behind. We all finished in chance.
Yeah. Everyone's
Yeah, even the slow ones.
I don't like to start rabbiting on when people are still going up a hill at the end. Some awesome sprints flying past me, and that really were. That hill,
I think it was quite clear.
Took it out of everyone at the start, didn't it?
We're a level above everyone on the sprints. That much was clear. So it'd be the more sprints this season, the better. Really.
I'm only claiming a lead out.
Fucking hell, that was hard.
You did really well, Dazza, on some of the FAL and FTS. You were at the front for like pretty much every sprint that I could see. Class.
Oh, that first 5 minutes just set everything up. It's horrible. Oh, so horrible.
I thought
my second sprint after the aqueduct. Jesus Christ.
That came way too quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, just trying to hold on. Because you're properly out on your arse, aren't you, from the aqueduct?
Yeah.
We were just getting on. We were just getting on before the aqueduct went again. I was like,
I wasn't massively surprised it came back together, but I was surprised it came back together when it did, just before that sprint.
Oh yeah.
Who won it? Who won the race?
It was 30 seconds, and all of a sudden it was 10, and I was like, "Ooh."
Got no idea who won.
And a couple of us pushed it.
A couple of my old teammates were in there from that
Provision.
Provision, yeah, they're called Level now. So
is that what they're called?
That Lee Wild, he's decent. He's an XA. I'm surprised to see him in the race. Actually, I thought he'd still be an A easy.
We'll have a look. Zwift Power's not updating anything yet, which is a bit frustrating.
Yeah,
I haven't got visibility, but
God. And that chunk, meanwhile, he's the one I was talking about the other week.
The one with the
good sprint, yeah.
Yeah, his peak power is 21 watts per kilo.
Yeah, he's got
all he does is sprint. So he does post a lot of stuff on Zwift Riders. But yeah, that's all he can do. He's not. He's a 3.4 guy, so he's not gonna win anything with much of a 5-minute climbing. I don't think.
Yeah.
But that's what you do. To be a specialist, it's rare you find people who are like 21 watts per kilo and then are a 5 watt per kilo 20 minutes as well, because you kind of have to pick one to be that good at it.
What's his 5 minute though? Like he kept up with the front group in the first climb.
Look, his 5 minute being good isn't beyond the realms of possibility because he's a sprinter, and it's just about within the anaerobic threshold, isn't it? So like he could probably be relying on his sprint power for that 5 minutes. If he was climbing at whatever for 15 minutes, I'd be very suspicious. But looking at Zwift Power,
he can't do that. He's good, like you say. 5 minutes, anything below 5 and below.
Yeah,
especially in shallow climbs. if the climb is shallow, he's putting really high watts because he's heavy.
Yeah,
So he
he was 96 kilo, isn't he, or something? 92?
Yeah, he's a
92,
heavy guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that video of him. Was he doing lunges, reverse lunges, on the Smith machine? You said you see him on
Something
Facebook.
like that. Yeah, something like that.
He had
That was
like
him.
3 plates
That's
on
him.
either side, didn't he?
That's him. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised you
Lunging
can
like
sprint. I'll put it that
120
way.
kilo or something. Ridiculous.
Those are the ones where you go, there's a lot of people that are bullshit on Zwift, but when you see somebody doing that and then you see the numbers and you go, yeah, checks out. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's fun though. Hurt a lot. How comes you weren't racing, Jake?
Got upgraded, mate.
Oh, you A now, are you?
Yeah, I'm A in category enforcement, and I'm going to get upgraded to A in Zwift power this week because I did a really big 20-minute power, which is well above A, but my third effort is really low. But my third effort's going to get replaced this week, so I didn't want to race this 1 week, take up a roster slot, and then not race for the rest of the season because it's like you only get 12 slots per roster, and you guys don't need me anyway. You know, you're good enough. You're good enough as a team to not need me to come in and race for 1 race and then not have me for the rest of the season. You don't.
Are
You just don't
you
need
going to
me,
find
so.
another team to race with, or?
No, I think to be honest, I got offered to go in with the Race 3R guys, and then I know someone that was trying to get me in their dirt team. But I think what I'm going to do is just skip Zwift Racing League this season, do some A racing in like the Snow Racing League, get used to A racing, and then maybe next season I'll think about it. But I only do Zwift Racing League because it's us. So like I'm not particularly bothered about going and doing it for a group of people I don't know, because like I wouldn't be able to bury myself in the same way, and like part of the fun is like, you know, we're all figuring it out and doing tactics and stuff. So yeah, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same. But we'll see. I'm definitely going to keep trying to improve. Might as well embrace it, seeing as I'm here. And it's the same thing I said to Patrick and Alvaro. Is like it sucks a little bit that like I'm not in your guys' cap, but A, it won't be forever, and B, it's good to not limit yourself, and like if you can improve, you should always improve. I'd never want you guys to try and hold yourself back and not go into A because you like racing at the top of B. You know, you'll never improve that way. You have to keep putting more stress on, keep making it harder. But it won't be for long, that's for sure, because I have to work really hard to get above 250 watts, and it only happens if I'm doing like a really strong TT or something. So yeah, only be for a couple of months, and I'll be back, I'm sure.
So you're not racing any race this season?
No, not for Zwift Racing League. Not for Zwift Racing League. No.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll be upgraded on. I'll definitely get upgraded this Thursday when I do TTT. Because I did 270 watts the other day, and I felt quite good doing it. And then I only have to do 258 watts to get to A now, because my lowest effort is only 2 watts off being an A. So it's like, because it's the average. Yeah. So there's no way I'm not going to do 258 watts this week if I did 270 last week. So I didn't want to take up a roster slot, and also it feels a bit like arrogant coming in and going, yeah, you guys need me so bad, I'll come in and do 1 race and then I won't be here. Like you don't need me, you're going to be fine anyway. So I'll be here to DS. If you want me DS in every week, I'll be here to DS every week. But yeah, it's not like I won't be around.
I think you're more than likely going to hit A on Thursday because it's New York City Com.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's no way I'm fully expecting to be.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's no point in just getting and like I say, you only get 12 slots. Full every season. Get
Is there any indication yet on how we've done, or
not that I can see?
Still all rubbish. As in,
not that I can see.
Not
Yeah, there's nothing in Zwift. It's not to say that the ZRL haven't pulled anything yet for their stuff, but the way I understand it is if it's not in Zwift Power, they haven't pulled it yet. Yeah. Right, I'm going to jump in and see how the joke guys.
Lately. This last week it's been really slow.
Zwift Power, yeah. I know. I can't work out if it's because they've got loads of Tour of Macquarie or whatever it is on.
It'll be that, but it'll also potentially be that Zwift Racing app. Tim Hansen, he's just reprocessing all his data as of this morning, so he's probably hammering it.
Makes sense.
Probably that.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump in the shower. I'll speak to you all later.
Cheers, Daz. A great effort today, mate. Well done.
Work
Thanks,
out.
guys. See you later, mate.
Awesome, mate. Catch you later, bud.
Talk to you later, man. Take care. I fucked up today, guys. I mean, I was feeling great, but then I can see my VO2 max recovery is so bad because I haven't done any intervals this season, pretty much.
Have you done much racing recently? Because I find if I've not done any racing, the first race I do when I come back, it always feels like that, and I always do really badly. And it's like I need a few race intensity efforts of recovery, effort.
It's too heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. All I'm doing is racing, actually, but I don't know. My recovery is so bad, like so bad.
Maybe if you just do racing, maybe try doing some zone 2 stuff, some like
that's the thing. I haven't done much zone 2, and I think that's why I don't have a good base, a good aerobic base. And
well, and also if you keep racing, you can sort of stress your body a bit much as well. So it might be you just need a bit of a break from racing if you've been doing a lot of it. But one bad race is nothing to worry about. Like we've all said it before, some days I've had my worst ever race, and then the next day gone out and done like a 20-minute PB or whatever. It's just I wouldn't look to, if you're consistently having bad races. If you have 4 or 5 bad races in a row, and you have a couple of weeks where you're just not feeling right and you're not hitting the numbers, then I'd start to look at what's going on and go, okay, do I need to change the way I'm training? Do I need to change the way I'm recovering? But if it's just one bad race, I wouldn't think too much into it yet, guys. Everybody's got a bad race.
The thing is, like I've been feeling this same thing almost in every race.
Yes,
like, I can do good numbers. I can do a good 1 minute power. I can do a good 5 minutes. But if there is like one effort, short recovery, and then another effort, that's when I fuck up. Like, my recovery in between efforts, that's what I don't have right now.
I was in college.
But you did before, do you think?
No, I don't think I've had it this season so far yet.
Interesting. I mean, maybe do try doing some zone 2 stuff then, just some sort of base building, see if that helps.
Yeah.
It might, it wouldn't be a bad place to start.
For sure. I'm sure that's the key, yeah. Because my lactate perception is so high right now, I think. Because I don't have the zone 2 training. But yeah, anyway.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Right, okay, guys, I'm going to quickly jump in to see how the Snow Joke guys got on, because then I've got to go, and because my food's sat here waiting and
Sprint
getting cold.
season's been good for me. That's sprint and then recover in between.
For what? For sprint series? Did you say?
What was that?
Stewie's frozen.
Yeah.
Either that or he's staring me out.
It's a look, isn't it?
Right. He's staring at that.
That's an intense. That look says, "Why did you just make me race?"
Screen grab it. Screen grab it. Go on.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone to the thing. Oh, he's come back there. There you go.
He's still staring at you though. She's smiling now. It's even more. It's more creepy.
Yeah, I think that's even creepier.
It's the same as my avatar.
There you go. Yeah, look, it is lifelike. What were you saying, Stu? That the sprints were good. Sprint series was good for your recover. You doing efforts and recovery.
Sprint series has been good for me. Just putting that zone 1, zone 2 in between the sprints.
Yeah.
When you're just impairing.
Yeah, forcing yourself to do.
Yeah.
Very.
I'll just sort of pedal away, real low intensity there.
Yeah, it's really good. That's an idea.
You get to listen to all the wisecracks from Colin.
Should go invade in Jokes channel then.
Yeah, I'm going to do that because then I've got to get going because my food's going to get cold otherwise. But before we go in, just great work today, guys. I know it's not, sometimes if you're not having a great performance or results aren't going your way, it's difficult. But turning up and giving it a go is all we ask. So I think we did fine today. I really do. I think that we picked up enough points and we're going to have somewhere to build. So don't worry about it. We'll have a look at the proper results when they come in. So don't worry too much until we've had a look at them anyway.
Well, hopefully, I think I might have jumped into the back end of the 20s from the lower 30s, so I might have got a couple of extra points. But
Cool. Yeah, excellent. I think Stewie got 20th. Is an extra point as well, if I remember correctly. So yeah,
I got 68.
That's pretty much me, though, isn't it? That's all I managed to do. I can't do the rest like that at that pace. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think I found my level.
Yeah.
Fucking 68.
How did you stay on?
Yeah, but it's
in the first climb. I mean, I just
Huh?
couldn't.
No, I couldn't either.
So what happened with you, Patrick? Was it a split, or was it you couldn't hold the power? What? Because I didn't get eyes on it till I got eyes on the descent.
You were with me, weren't you, Patrick, for a bit?
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't have the legs to do it. It just felt too tough.
It was mad.
And there was a couple of splits. I tried to push, but I couldn't do it. I should have been closer to the front.
Your numbers haven't been quite right recently, though. I think you've maybe been overdoing it a little bit, or you aren't fully back from where you were before you were ill.
Yeah,
I think or potentially a combo of the two.
I got plenty of junk miles, so I don't know. It's not like I'm pushing that hard.
No, but you are doing you've added in sprint series, and I think you can't discount how much of an effort sprint series is on top of what you already do. Sprint series doesn't feel like a race, but it is, and it's as much effort as a race. If you look at like your XSS and stuff like that, it's pretty much the same, especially some of those 2.5 minute comms.
Strain on your muscles in the sprints.
8 watts per kilo, 2.5 minutes twice. Is going to leave a mark. Like it just is. It's gonna hurt your muscles, but also it's going to fatigue you overall because it drains you of your glucose, your carbs, all that sort of stuff. So you've got to allow recovery after that. And it's really, I found when I was doing sprint series and racing ZRL last November, or not last November, the November before, I got really run down and I couldn't do it. I had to take 6 weeks off because I was just doing too much and didn't really account for the sprint series taking as much out of me as it did. But it also, you have been coming back from illness and stuff like that, so you've got to keep all of that into account. Yeah,
I mean, maybe the last sprint series with the 2 climbs that were a bit longer, but otherwise it hasn't been a problem. I feel like. I don't know.
Well, you think not, but you have been sick a couple of times, haven't you? Or had a sick bucket, or like been close. Like you do go deep on those efforts, and if you do it every week, you do it 1 week, you'd be fine. You do it 15 weeks in a row.
The accumulation of it all.
Yeah, it's the end of the season when you're going, hang on, I've done 15 weeks of this. My body's going, what's going on? It is a bit much. But yeah, so if you need a couple of weeks off sprint series or racing, just take them. Don't feel you've got obligations to come in and ride when you're not feeling well or not performing well because your name's on the sheet or whatever. You got to do what you got to do, really.
The problem was on the top of that climb, me and Patrick. I thought I was on the back. Yeah, I'm on the back. When you go around the corner, it stays flat. And time because I was only about 1 second off the back, they started going down flat, and they were just gone. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Any gap.
That recon I did on Sunday, it was like if there was a gap, even if you literally lose about 5 meters,
you're
not getting back on the downhill because they're going.
And that's what happened. Yeah, and that's what happened.
It's impossible. Yeah.
And I watched Slight race earlier, and there was 20 off the front, and about 30 were in the back, and they got back on really easy. And I was just thought, I'll be all right. But it took ages to get back on. Absolute ages. Wasted so much energy trying to get back on.
We must have been pushing a heck of a lot more than that front group to get where we got.
Yeah. I mean, you
altering fellas, I think we're 5th.
We're in the 3rd blob.
Yeah. Well,
we managed to come
there was
back
only 6.
literally before
the
the marina.
As I got on you like just after us, because there was 6 in my group.
Yeah.
Results are in, I think, fellas. 5th place. It's looking like.
Oh, well done. That'll do. Well done, Stewie.
By 2 points off the big ring.
All right. How many teams in the league, in the division?
Quite a lot, I think.
15 in the division, and we've come in 5th.
That's all right, isn't it?
Big gap. Well, we're like 18 points ahead, or 21 points ahead of 6th place.
Good.
I mean, the second group wasn't fast enough to to sprint from.
I
I sprinted
went.
past the
I went to.
group at once, so there was no.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I went.
you pretty much did the aqueduct solo though, Patrick.
It was all in vain. Shouldn't have done it.
No one followed you on the aqueduct.
Oh.
You literally went from the back and you went straight through as well.
Yeah.
Good. That was good going, Pat. You did well to even stay on. Yeah, but you did well to stay on after the last sprint. Stay on because I was just toast. I just won it at the back.
Yeah,
The last sprint.
I think I went a bit too early. I should have waited a few seconds more. Then maybe I could have kept further in the front.
What did you get? Did you get first place? Second.
Third, fourth, or something. I think.
That was all right. That's all right. That's still good because like you say, you burnt matches getting back on. You know, you got to. It weren't like you were just saying that.
Yeah, it looks. How did it go through the marina then? Did we get like quite a few in foul?
Well, I went three lots of foul points in there. Me, Dazza.
Yeah, I went.
I saw you all go, and then everyone else went. I just kind of rolled through everybody, like literally, rolled backwards through everybody.
That was the best. I should have done that, mate.
But saved the energy.
Someone shouted "go" on that, and it was a lot earlier, and that was when like 4 of us broke off the front. And I was like, "Oh, if this is a 350-meter sprint, I ain't gonna have the legs to keep this up." So I sort of like eased a little bit, and then suddenly it all caught up.
It's a long sprint.
Yeah.
I knew it was too early. Oh, Jake went go now. Knew that was because it's
sorry, I said go before Jake said go.
You.
There was a lot of goes going. I was like,
it was only about half a second before him, but I said go because there was
I knew it was a bit too early for me, but I don't know. I went anyway. Thought I could hold it, but
if you didn't though, the rest of them would have just flown off.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You might have lost the pack speed.
Yeah.
But the way sprint that was also wasted energy. I don't think I got anything there.
We're jumping rope.
What's that? The aqueduct?
Away sprint.
I didn't even bother. No. One guy tried. One guy went in our path. One guy went for us. Just like we just looked at him and thought, nah, mate. He weren't going to do nothing.
Oh shit! So
I think.
Feel so bad wasting that much energy and getting nothing for it.
Yeah, that's the thing, mate. Sometimes it's just not worth it. No disrespect, but it's just not. That's why I didn't bother. So if you're not in a big group, no point.
Oh, true. Oh well, have to learn the hard way sometime.
Mate, we've moved up a division, right? And finishing 5th, like Stewie said, finishing 5th is good. I think it's really good. And I didn't do nothing, so you did well with 5 riders. So
we were the best foul scoring team by quite a way. We had 41 foul points, and the next best was the team that came in first, who had 34.
Where was Stewie? Where was Wahoo Lecole?
Lecole came in 3rd. They just got a lot better finish points than us.
Damn it!
They finished on 100 finish points. We got 77.
Oh.
But we beat them on foul.
I shouldn't have sprinted. If I hadn't sprinted, right? If I hadn't sprinted, I could have probably finished in the top 30. It just wiped me out, that sprint. I just hadn't got it.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. That climb came pretty quick after sprinting.
Yeah, but I like the climb.
Yeah.
That was a stupid thing. Honestly, I did all right on the climb. I started the climb in about 70th, I think. And I ended up in about 64. So I did all right the climb. And now I don't mind that. Sit there and do it. I think I got my best 5-minute power today as well.
I think I went way too slow in the beginning. I should have tried to keep in the front, and I knew I should have done it, but I don't know. It just didn't work.
That's one of them, Patrick. You did really well, mate. Patrick, it's fine, mate. Honestly, you got nothing to worry about. It's nothing to do with you. Honestly, it's fine. Look at me, Patrick. You got to look at it this way. Look at this one, right? You've scored points today. I've scored nothing. So don't worry about it. Honestly, mate, don't worry. No, it's no. You did really well. You're off the back. You got back on. You scored points. You know what I mean? You did really well.
Like this season, we're just like testing the waters, right?
Yeah, exactly, Alvaro. Exactly.
Is it first division? We're just testing the waters, and then maybe next season we will see what we can do.
Hey, look where we came. Look where we started, Division 4.
Yeah.
And we've been promoted every division. Yeah. Look what we've done. You can't carry on. You can't carry on every season. So you got to find your level. And you know what? Even like I said to Stewie earlier, 15 teams, and we finished 5th in our first race.
We're above mid-table, so
just
outside Champions League.
Yeah, I'm very happy, Patrick. Smile, because I'm very happy. Yeah.
And
I think it's a good result.
Yeah.
I just should have done better. I'm sorry, man.
No. You don't say that because you don't have to. Yeah. Only I say I'm because I didn't score any points, and that's where we go from. You scored enough points. You're off the back. You got back on, and you scored points. Stewie scored points. Alvaro got points. Everyone did really well. So, you know, I'm. It's on me this week. I didn't do anything that I should have done. So, yeah, well done. Well done, the lot of you.
Thank you. Picking up points. We've all picked up points. We all have to contribute. We all have to get to the finish line. It's hard work, man.
I had to pay for my. I had to give them. They had to pay. I was that late, mate. They had to open the gate, let me in. They were letting the air out of the banner. Finish line when I got there. So don't worry about it.
Plenty of other weeks, man. Plenty of other weeks for people.
Hey, Patrick, I want you being happy. Nothing. Don't be upset about it. Don't be worried about it. It's fine. Yeah.
In my opinion, if you had a bad day, today was the day.
Yeah.
To have a bad day,
mate.
you know.
Yeah. Like you say,
so
mate,
no
just
work.
finding our feet.
Yeah.
Let's
just learn. Let's just learn this season, and then.
Yeah.
I think we can do very well.
I mean,
the problem is all these serious avatar faces. That's what it is.
Yeah. They look nothing like us.
Take a leaf out of my book, mate.
Oh.
We jump in the snow.
Are you on a boat, Stewie?
Yeah.
Are you on a
upside down one.
You're making me feel sick. It's like I got seasick. Look at him. He's on it. No wonder he's good. He's riding his bike on it. He's so good.
Met on the lake.
It's a pedalo.
Rollers on the lake. Pedalo, mate. That would be amazing. Yeah. Imagine if you could hook a pedalo up.
Oh, that would be good. I've seen people do it on the drama. Yeah, go on, mate. I'm going to see.
All right, guys. Right. Gonna jump in the shower. Talk to you later, guys. Okay. Take care.
See you
later.
Have a
good one.
Mate.
Thanks, Alvaro.
Bye-bye. Good evening. Good evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Go on. Okay. Patrick, well done, mate. Honestly, don't worry about it. Don't be upset, please, because you raced really well. All right.
It is what it is.
Cool.
I mean,
it is what it is. And you, no, you were the best rider last season, so don't worry about it. Fine. You were by far our best.
Was there like
riding in the sprints?
How many riders was there in this race? It felt like the group was seriously huge.
Like I think there was 18 riders.
80, yeah.
Or something like that. I can't get on with power to have a look.
20 more or something. I don't know. I felt like it took ages to getting from the behind the group to the front of the group, and like in the climb it felt like it was impossible to get in front.
I thought I judged it all right. I was looking at my draft. I don't know what you were thinking, but I was like sat right in the group, and I was only getting like 20% draft. I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah, I
it was
looked
really
at my
weird.
draft all the time, and I had lower draft than everyone else. So I'm not sure
Yeah.
if it's the weight or what it is, but
it was really weird. I was like,
yeah.
And then when I was going down, a couple of times I went down after the climb, getting 400%, so like 380%, and then like, but going up, I was only getting like 20%. Weird, but I definitely lost it. I judged it wrong. I judged it wrong. I wasted so much energy, same as you probably, trying to get back on.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
But it's one of them, mate. You know, it's look, at the end of the day, just a computer game, Patrick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And that's it is. You know, tomorrow I've got to get up and go to work again, mate. So I'm not going to worry too much about it.
Yeah.
Too long. I'm too long going to. And I'm 47 years old. You know, it's getting harder for me, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, don't worry. Jump in. Should we go into jokes? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'll go check there.
All right.
Yep.
Open B2.
Sounds right.
North open B2.
See ya.
Hasn't it?
And we are 11th.
So how is Andrew or Foster?
Is he still on? Because we were struggling to hear him slightly, and I think he got dropped on the first climb, and I think he struggled a little bit after that. I don't know whether he was by himself or not. I couldn't quite hear what he was saying.
Yeah, I think he had a long ride.
Yep.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Is he new to the team? Is he?
Yeah, this is like his second week.
Okay. Yeah, that was a tough one to jump in when. Yeah, I don't know how long he lasted on the first climb, but yeah, he said he was.
Mike, how are you a C?
Because I haven't been on Zwift.
Oh, right.
I've probably done it. Only been on Zwift like probably 4 times in the last 6 months. I did a crit race, probably between the crit race and this. I guess I'll be back up to a B. I don't know.
You better be a B.
It better be a BB.
Better be a B.
Yeah, but that's what I'm actually fit at the moment. I've done pretty fit, so I just got to turn it into Zwift fit.
Yes. So when you do your cross, have you got 2 bikes?
No, just one. So we've only had one muddy race.
Proper
so
crosser.
Yeah. But it's now the next 4. I think are going to be mud baths. So it's good. We're going back to a place where last time I did it about 5 years ago. On the warm up, I ripped my rear derailleur off because the mud was that thick, and that was the day over. So
I've only ever when I used to cross and sort of take it seriously when the 2 times I had 2 bikes. So the first time I was warming up, just testing, seeing if the bike was all right, and the rear derailleur snapped off and went into the spokes. I went, and I was doing about 3 miles an hour. So that was down to 1 bike for that race. And then the second time I had 2 bikes, same 2 bikes, so I'd fix the other one. There was a dismount and I got back on and landed on the back of the saddle, which is the wrong place to do. Broke the saddle, it snapped off and went directly upwards and gave me a little bit of, anyway. And then...
An enema.
Yes, it was a nasty feeling. And then I went, but I was just close to the pit, so I ran to the pits with the bike, got onto that one, and then literally about 10 seconds riding that one, the tubs rolled off the back tire, and I was like, right, I'm giving this bloody stupid thing.
Don't have 2 bikes.
Exactly. I just ran round. I just went for a run, and it was quicker. Bloody idiot.
Yeah, if it's that muddy, does anyone just jump on a mountain bike?
People do go on mountain bikes.
Are you allowed to?
Near the front. Yeah. In the amateur
leagues,
runs,
do whatever you want. In the National League
Trophy.
and upwards, it's 33 mil tyres maximum.
Yeah.
Okay.
But local leagues, you ride what you want. Yeah. If you want to ride a mountain bike, there's a few people there doing it.
Yeah. E-bikes are frowned upon.
Yeah.
All inclusive.
Quad bikes, no, you're not allowed them either.
No discrimination allowed.
Yep.
But yeah.
Right, I'm gonna. Hey. And Chris. I've just noticed other people are on. God, I'm useless.
Yeah, is that? Patrick, is that a big snow poster or something behind you? Do I see? What is that? Do I see behind you? Oh, a flag. Okay. The towel. Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's so cold here in my garage, so gotta keep warm. Don't want to pedal.
It's a blanket.
Yeah.
Snow blanket.
Yeah, that's great. Have you, Patrick? Is it yourself that's been doing these the logos? They look great.
Yeah. I did some templates and just threw in some faces on the no pins, like Git from their pages. So fast and easy.
Yeah. That's the trick. Okay, the no pins image for the kit.
Yeah.
Genius. Wondering how he did it. Secret's out now.
Yeah. Just had to make it like fit the faces and but yeah, not that much work, just to copy and paste some faces on them. Kids.
Cool.
Right, guys, I better go and get a shower before I get cold. So yeah, thanks for that, and yeah, we'll see you next time. See you guys. Bye.
Take care, man. Bye bye.
Good racing, guys.
Yep. Cheers, all.
Cheers, dude. Patrick, sounds like you suffered a similar fate to me. Getting all the way up the climb and then getting... It sounds like you suffered a similar fate. Oh, hang on, I haven't put me...
On the first climb, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
There I am.
Should have pushed harder in the beginning, I guess.
I hate that bloody climb. I got over the top and then everybody buggered off that didn't wait for me.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that
just
big
not
of
fair.
a gap, but not enough that I couldn't get on.
Yeah.
And then it was like 8 seconds to next group and 15 seconds to the front group. It was, yeah.
Oh, so frustrating. Right.
Tried to put a few digs in to get that group to get moving, but every now and then it was just like, no, they're not taking it, and then they started doing it themselves. And I was like, oh, well, here we go then. And we eventually got back, didn't we?
Yeah.
But it's nearly too late. Another 10 seconds later, and I think we'd have lost that.
Yeah. I don't know, it felt like it was a huge group, and it was so strung out in the first climb. So it would probably have been...
I think it gaps a lot in that front bit on that climb. I think there was probably quite a few blobs and they came back together over the top.
Yeah.
On the downhill, they probably came back together. But
yeah, it was pretty fragmented at the top at the front.
Yeah, we were just
like 3 or 4 groups.
I don't know. I even wrote in the Discord chat something like, so the main objective is to keep with the front group in the beginning. And I just dropped it. Oh man.
Oh,
can't have it all.
Oh dear. Reach, I've got to phone the carer. I'll speak to you guys soon.
Cheers, Silas.
See you guys. Bye.
Good stuff, dude.
Wow. How'd you get on, Mark? Are you all right there?
Yeah, I
was going to say, I didn't know whether you just left it connected or something.
No, I'm just busy breaking my shoes. The boards just snapped on my shoes.
Oh,
I'm going to shoot, fellas. Good stuff today.
Take care.
Cheers, Stewie.
See you, Stu.
Hey, Mark. Borough have knocked a second goal in.
Sorry?
Borough have got another goal. They've got 2 up now.
Wow. Wonders never cease.
It's unheard of, isn't it? Taking a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, I made it over the climb tonight, but I missed the jump on the aqueduct and couldn't get back on.
It's hard going because it comes so fast afterwards. Everything was so close together. It's literally massive effort up the hill, try keep on if you were on going to the aqueducts, it ramped up, and then over the top of that, don't lose the front pack of the aqueducts because you got the pavé straight after. And then it was just like, well, if there's a gap, you can't close it down.
No, it was a bit of a shock.
And then it's like sprint, climb again. It was ridiculous.
Bit of a shock, but hopefully I'll get used to being back in B.
It's tough course.
Yeah, it is for my weight.
You did good getting over the top though with the first climb.
Yeah, just left me gassed. Still just hadn't quite recovered when we hit the aqueduct. No.
Yeah, I was that empty going over the top. Patrick, what was your W prime like when you got to the top of that first hill? I think mine was about 2.
Yeah, I think I had like 8, but it's wrong. I have set it up to 26, and it's way too high, at least at the moment.
I got mine set as 27 and a half, and I had 2 left at the top.
Oh.
I was like, oh god.
I don't know. I have to see in the recording, but I think
Actually,
I had some left.
Oh no, it's set as 22 and a half here for some reason. I hasn't saved it.
What's that? Your watt balance?
Yeah.
So how do you set that? Because I went into the settings and I couldn't get it to go.
You've got to press enter after you've done it if you're doing it in source.
No, it just gives me a 0 to 100 and it sets it at 20.
Yeah. See if we can share this.
Where is it? It's in the. It's not in the watt balance gauge, right? Somewhere else.
No, you've got. I think it's now in here. You can click on your profile inside there. Look, I don't know if you can still see that.
Okay.
Can you see that or not?
No, just a Swift page or like screen. No source.
When I get on the ride tonight, I'll take a look at it. Boy, Zwift Power is really slow today.
Yeah.
Oh, I was only sharing Zwift. Sorry, hang on. Screen.
What's that? The Swift balance? Or what balance?
What balance?
Yeah. Watt prime balance.
Yeah. I can't share it. But if you go into your settings, you've got your Zwift profile, you can click on your name there. And then...
Because I need to set it to 32.
Oh, right there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Swift profile.
Let's see where the different flaps got now. Ah, yes. So it used to be a box, now it's not. So you'll see a bit underneath and it'll say threshold and FTP and then watt balance. Click it to edit. But make sure you press enter after you've typed it in.
Where is this? This is in sauce, right?
Yeah. It's the main settings first, and then on the main settings, like from the top bar, there is the Swift profile with your picture and your name. So press your name or the picture.
I'll do a print screen and I'll share it in the chat in a bit.
I don't need it. I'll get it.
Yeah, so you just click on the watt prime and then it does say if you hover over it, click to edit, press enter to save. He's tried to be helpful. It'll round it up though, but when you get your actual gauge, it'll not be rounded up, it'll be your decimal value. I can hear Mark's mind going, what the hell's sauce?
Yes.
I'll have a chat with you about that one.
Right. Look forward to it.
Right, I'm going to shoot off anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and get